Hello, hello, and welcome to this episode of the Happy Workaholic Podcast. I'm your host, Kellyanne Gorman. I'm a business, LinkedIn, and podcast coach, as well as a luxury brand consultant, and I help business owners take their brands to the next level by implementing my personal techniques when it comes to growing their service, sales, and social media. Over the past 20 years, I've helped grow multiple brands in the beauty, hospitality, health, and luxury travel markets. I've exceeded all of their expectations, and I'm here to share my tips and tricks on how I did it. Inspiration, motivation, and determination are what got me to where I am today. And trust me, living with an autoimmune disease is never an easy task, so you can definitely expect some pretty crazy stories shared here as well. Don't forget, the after show happens after each episode in the Happy Workaholic Podcast Facebook group, and that's where I'll be every week to answer all of your questions. Now, if you want to hear any of my exclusive news first, just visit thehappyworkaholic.com, scroll down to the bottom of the page, and sign up for my weekly VIP newsletter. Now, let's get started with today's show. Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new show. It's been a couple of weeks and I'm so sorry I haven't been here. I've been so crazy. Literally, I felt like I was crazy a few days, and I'm here to explain what has been going on in my life. So for those of you that do not know me on social media, you can follow me along. I post pretty much everything and anything going on in my life at The Happy Workaholic on Facebook and Instagram. And here's the deal. For those of you that know and have been listening to this show, I have an autoimmune disease. I obviously talk about it a lot because it's part of my show, and I feel like if I share my story, that I'm able to help others. So, very long story short, I am on 12 prescription medications, and I decided that I didn't want to be on them anymore. I just wanted to start healing my body with food. And this is not for everyone. So to preface, I'm not a doctor. It's just what I felt in my gut. And I always go with my gut. What needed to happen in my life? It was just time. I had spoken to one of my doctors, and she said, you've been on these for so many years. You really have to take time to wean yourself off of each and every one. So then she said that, I know you're waiting to hear from the Mayo Clinic regarding your chemo and your diagnosis and blah, blah, blah. And maybe now is not the right time. Well, life happens and it's never going to be the right time. So I am officially off 11 prescription medications, and I've been off them for a little bit over a week right now. I weaned myself off probably like 2 weeks. And I did it really fast. It's definitely not the smartest because I've been going through crazy withdrawal symptoms. My migraines, I'm not really a migraine type of person. I never really have had migraines, only a few I can count. And man, they are awful. I've been having really bad migraines. I've had to sleep a lot, just keep my eyes shut so you can kind of get the gist of where I'm going. Is I haven't been able to I make sure all my clients work and projects are taken care of, but when it comes to mine, I just kind of had to take a step back, and I'm officially off 11 prescriptions. So all I'm on right now is my thyroid medicine because that literally controls my body, and I did stop taking it for a couple of days, but my Kim Kardashian cries could not have gotten any worse. So I put myself back in the thyroid medication for now. What I did start doing is drinking celery juice every morning, and I'm going to post a whole nother podcast about celery juice, but this is something that I've researched a lot on, and the medical medium is who you'd want to look up if you want any more information. But celery juice helps take all the toxins in your body, especially in your liver, out. It's amazing what celery can do. So I've been doing that every morning. I've been making a lot of green detox soups, like just really healthy, filled with greens soups, because that's just what my body is craving. I've had pizza and I just feel awful after it. So it's like my body is so out of whack. I'm no longer on prescription medication. Minus my thyroid, I'm just going through like a really tough detox, emotional migraine situation. I actually just had to take an ibuprofen before I started recording because I could feel it coming on. So that's kind of where I've been the last couple of weeks. And if you follow me on social media, you're well aware because I've been posting all about it. But it's just something I felt like I needed to do. I don't know if I'll have to go back on some nerve medicine that I need for my NMO or anything else. But like right now, I just needed a break. I want to feel what's going on in my body. I don't want to be in pain, but I just felt like my body just needed a break. I just felt so medicated and numb, and I didn't want to do it anymore. And I'm coming up on my year anniversary of my last chemo, and so it's just like an emotional time in general. So that's just where I've been. So I wanted to fill you in on that. And also, I've been working super hard the last 3 weeks, even throughout this like craziness, because I've been doing pop-up sales every 24 hours. So there's something new under $99, like super inexpensive, an offer that is for 24 hours. I'm doing things for Instagram, LinkedIn, podcasting, so many fun things. So every day I've been popping up a sale. They last 24 hours. I have my end of year sales that are happening, and that's 30% off almost all of my coaching programs, whether it's business, LinkedIn, or podcasting, until the end of the year. So I've been getting clients for that. And then I'm just kind of taking time. My doctor, one of my doctors, because we all know I have so many, actually told me I need to sleep, just sleep. And I've been trying to sleep as much as possible and just really be in like a good mindset and just like positive and like peaceful place, like in my mind, because my body is going through so much right now. I'm just trying so like more than ever to like take it easy. So for example, I'm so lucky because what I do for a living, the only thing I cannot do for my phone is produce a show, like the physical show. I can record from my phone. I can halfway produce it, but then I need to convert the files and upload it to my hosting program on my desktop. So with that being said, I can literally work from anywhere, and I'm so lucky that I'm able to do that. So this past week, my friend took me out for walks because I was like an emotional basket case. And she took me to my happy place, which would be the beach. We walked along like the 101, which is along beachside. And then I sat at the beach for, I think it was 4.5 hours. I journaled, and I didn't need to meditate because the ocean is right there. And it was like watching the surfers is a meditation in itself. It's so amazing just to watch them. And it just brings so much like calm over my body. And I had no intentions of going there after, so I just like sat on my scarf I was wearing, and I had a hat on, and I just like started working and relaxing, and just like I was so grateful that I was able to do that. For 4.5 hours, I sat on the beach and worked. Like, you can't, there's so many jobs that you're not able to do that. And I'm so grateful that I am. So I was able to get a lot of work done. And then I've been going to this meditation grounds, which is right by me in San Diego, and literally right next door to the building where a lot of my doctors are at. And so I don't really mind going there a lot because right next door I can go meditate, and there's no phones allowed for you to talk, and the monks walk around. It's called the Self-Realization Garden. There's a temple, and there's a lot of koi fish ponds. And then when you get to the top, walking up the stairs and everything, all you see is ocean, and it looks like little baby sharks, and it's all the surfers. It's so relaxing. So I've been there twice this past week, just journaling there, and then doing some work from there. So it's kept me a lot more grounded and just like at ease and like more peaceful. And I'm just trying to do a lot more things like that because the holiday season is crazy. I'm doing a lot of work, but I need to be in a place where I feel like more grounded and at ease, like when I'm working, especially because my body is just like going through so much. So that's kind of like my weekly situation, going to the beach and the meditation gardens and just working from there on my phone. And I'm so lucky I'm able to do that. And then as I'm preparing for the new year, I'm prepping content and redoing my branding, my website, like so much on top of these holiday sales. I mean, it's a lot of work. So I'm just kind of focusing on like one thing at a time, just so I don't like drive myself crazy, because I like to do a lot of things at once. But right now I just literally have to tell myself like, no, it's one thing at a time and you need to slow your roll. Like just slow it down, because I feel like my headaches would get worse and my body is going through like major detox. So I just have to like, stay as calm as I possibly can, going to the beaches and the bay and watching sunsets and meditation and listening to some grounding music and all those things. That's kind of where I've been and what I've been up to. And I just wanted to share with you guys what was going on if you don't follow along on social media. And of course, I always do a podcast about, where I've been if I haven't been here every Friday. But lastly, I wanted to let you know that I have been recording so many episodes for the I Chose This Life series, which I'm so excited about. So the next episode is actually going to be one of them. And if you haven't listened to my previous shows, what the I Chose This Life series is all about, I am actually going to be recording double the shows from now on for a long time, because I have so many interviews lined up. And if you want to get any more information regarding this, you can actually just visit thehappyworkaholic.com and click on the I Chose This Life series page. So what this series is all about is I'm interviewing other female entrepreneurs, and they're sharing with us what it's like to be in their shoes. They're going to share their triumphs, their struggles, like everything from the past, what it took to get them to where they are today, their aha moments, like why they chose the life that they're living, like all of the above. And I'm just super excited. I recorded 8 straight hours yesterday. It was a bit intense, but I just wanted to make sure that I have lots of shows lined up for you guys, because I'm 2 weeks behind. And I just could not believe the type of conversations we were having. And it made me think, like, why didn't I do this? I mean, let's just say that, like, I wanted to do this over a year ago, and then, life happens, and I always had to put it to the side. And now that I'm recording so many more interviews, I really wish I had done this a year ago, because after talking to each and every woman that I'm interviewing, I feel like a different person. I feel like I've learned so much. Like, I literally want to cry when I stop recording, because I'm just so grateful for the opportunity that I even can interview somebody else for my show. And I have over 30 of them lined up, which is like insane. I just want to showcase these inspirational, motivational women that are in all kinds of businesses and doing what they love for you, the listener, because I want you to see like these amazingly talented women. I'm friends with them online. Some I've met in real life, and they're just so fantastic. And I cannot wait for you guys to hear these interviews. So starting this week, they're every Wednesday. So look for a brand new show every Wednesday for the I Chose This Life series. And then on Friday is going to be my regular solo show. So for those of you that are interested in getting a commercial, I'm actually doing a sale for until the end of the year on podcast commercial spots. So if you're interested in that, it would be a huge deal for you to get in front of 43 countries and counting, a global audience, 10 podcasting platforms, including iHeartRadio. Well, actually, that would be the 11th or 12th, I think, platform I'm on. And the best thing about being on iHeartRadio is that you can actually live chat while you're listening to the show. So right now, you can, if you're not on iHeart, press pause, go on iHeartRadio, follow the Happy Workaholic podcast, and then while you're listening, we can chat via the Facebook plugin that they have right there on their website and on the app. So it's pretty cool. So if you ever have a question, you can just ask me on the live chat. I mean, how cool is that? And as always, if you take a screenshot of this podcast while you're listening and tag me at The Happy Workaholic on Facebook and Instagram, I have special treats I send out to those of you who do that. And then if you are listening on iTunes, I would really appreciate it if you could leave me a review. They're so important for us podcasters. It really means a lot, and I'm going hard with my review requests this next year because it's a big deal for podcasters, especially taking the time to record and doing all the things. So I hope that was a very informative. See, now I can't talk because I've been recording so many shows. I hope that was nice and informative for you. And I just wanted to kind of touch base with you guys because you're so amazing and you listen to my shows all the time. And I have so many great shows coming up. For example, specifically all about celery juice, why I just decided to join a network marketing company, and I'm sharing some amazing organizational tips for your personal and professional life taken from a blog post I wrote a little while ago. And it's just going to be like a fantastic checklist for you so you can get organized before the new year or the first week in 2019. Totally up to you. Excuse me. And yeah, that's it. So that is the long story short of where I've been, what I've been up to. And again, if you are not following me on Facebook and Instagram, please do. I would love for you to say hello and shoot me a message anytime. You can find me at The Happy Workaholic. And let's see, what else do I have to share? I think that's it for today. I cannot wait to talk to you guys again soon. I have a lot more recording to do for you. So until next time. Thank you so much for listening to today's show. If you liked this episode, please let me know by writing me a review on iTunes for the Happy Workaholic podcast. I would truly appreciate it. As I always say, sharing is caring. Don't forget, the after show happens after each episode in the Happy Workaholic podcast Facebook group. And that is where I am every week to answer all of your questions. Now, just so you know, I have been spending so much time over on my Instagram, and I would love to connect with you over there. You can find me at The Happy Workaholic, and don't forget to tag me when listening to your favorite episode so I can showcase you on my Instagram stories. For any other information regarding the Happy Workaholic Network, leverage your LinkedIn and your podcast production, just visit thehappyworkaholic.com. I hope that you are having a wonderful week, and I will talk to you again soon.